Joe Rogan of music interviews. Fucking believe in it, mate.
In fact, I might make that the title for this: the Joe Rogan of music, and the next is this the next Ed Sheeran? Do you know what I mean? Right, people, it's time for another introducing. But this is a return introducing, and this is one of our longer formats, not on Dougie's Atomic Dustbin, but one that's exclusively just going straight onto the old YouTube. So, I've got an absolute star of an act. Interviewed him before, and he's brilliant, and I thought he deserved a longer interview because he's absolutely wonderful. It's been about 3 years, and it's the
Yeah.
awesome Mike Stoyanov.
Hello.
Hey,
And you pronounce my name just perfect, mate.
I'm
Very well.
I'm getting it now, ah. I'm
I'm
getting it.
absolutely impressed. First time I came on, it was what, like fucking 5 minutes just trying to pronounce my
Well,
name. That was
yeah,
perfect.
I said to my wife, I'm interviewing Mike Stoyanov tonight, and she looked at me because I do mess up people's names and everything all the time, and she went, "Really?" I went, "Yeah." I said it took me ages to learn his name. I says, and he actually complimented on me, so I'm all right now. I'm on with it.
Absolutely nailed it, man. But yeah, pleasure to be back, man. How are you?
Yeah, good. I wanted to get you. I know you wanted to come on a few times, but we were really busy with interviews, one thing and another. But you've obviously been doing a lot more. It's been about 3 years, and I thought, said to Janice, let's do these long format ones where we don't have it on the show, so not restricted to time, can take an hour or whatever, and we'll do more of a deep dive. And I think you can't do those on the show because otherwise the show's just an interview.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
record them, get them out there, put them on YouTube, chop them up, get them all on little reels, and get them out there. And I think that's better for us, and it's better for you as artists to get more exposure. So what's been happening to you, my friend? You've cut your hair by the looks of it. It's a bit shorter than it was.
A little bit. But yeah, maybe just say for people who don't know me. So yeah, my name is Mike Stoyanov. I'm an indie rock and roll artist based in London. I'm originally from Bulgaria, and yeah, I make one of the best rock and roll music on the UK indie scene at the moment. People say I'm the best thing since the Strokes, mate. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
I had a stroke in 2019. That wasn't very pleasant, but there you go. Yeah, the band of strokes, not
The
a
band,
medical condition.
the band, the Strokes. Yeah, good band,
And we
good band.
coined we coined the phrase last time when he says tonight will be the best fucking night of your life or something. Did he ever use that one? Was that the one you used? Remember?
I use it, yeah, yeah, and it is true, man. I mean, I play a show, I speak to the people after the show, and they do say that it was the best night of their life. So we got there in the end, man. Yeah, because yeah, my show is like, I've been building this, community and fan base. So, people who come to my shows, like, it's not like an audience, man. It's like a proper cult. So, it is a
I
cult.
love it.
It is a cult.
So where'd you predominantly gig then? Down round London.
I try to do everywhere in the country, man. Obviously, last time we spoke, so I'm based in London. Last time we spoke, I was mainly playing in London because, I didn't have like so many people who knew me. But now, yeah, I play everywhere in the country, man. Like big cities everywhere from like Glasgow, Brighton, like, I've played Liverpool, I've played Manchester, I've played Leeds. And yeah, I'm just trying, it's taken me like, many years, to be able, to have like fans
Yeah.
everywhere in the country. And it's fucking amazing, man. Like, to go like everywhere in the country, people know me, people sing my name. That's what you want. Obviously, I'm not like fucking Ed Sheeran yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry. We'll get there.
When we first started chatting, I love doing the interviews with people, and some people are dead easy to interview. Some people, my job's difficult because I've got to drag it out of them. And then some people just put a big smile on my face and make me chuckle. And you're one of those people. It's
Thank you,
just,
man.
yours is one of my favourite interviews because I just really like what you're about. Your energy, your vibe. Do you know what I mean? Your outlook on life, and it's wonderful to see. And that's why we should do more of these. So people, go and check Mike. We've not finished yet, but go and check Mike Stoyanov on. We'll drop some links down there. And it's good because I think I'm trying to think. It's about 3 years ago. So you've had a few tracks out, haven't you? My Rock and Roll, which we played at the start before we came on. It's the good mate. It's absolutely brilliant. So have you been gigging, touring on your own, or have you been doing? You've been playing with other people.
Yeah, so I do promote the shows on my own, so I don't use promoters or that type of stuff. But I do get support bands. But I do play like only headline shows, and I do get support bands like local support bands to play with me. And yeah, it's just a good way to build your fan base. You know what I mean? Because obviously, you
Yeah.
know, for a band, like a lot of the time, what you do is like you know you're hoping to get like a support slot for some bigger band, do a tour with them. But you know, often like you know, many people will miss the first band. Like I almost never see the first band. So and also it's like you know it's more difficult when you're playing to the crowd that like don't really know you. You know, maybe some of them will really love you and will follow you forever, but most of them they'll just see you that night. They won't remember you after that. So what I do is you know I try to do the headline shows, try to do like you know a lot of promotions, a lot of acts in those cities. So when I go there, I go Manchester, wherever I go. It's people who actually know me, who are like my fans, and then they
Yeah.
come, and it's like what I said, this kind of you know, be like a code following.
Absolutely brilliant. Uh, so, just zooming back in time because obviously people go and watch his original video. But was your first debut track on in 2021? Was that your first one? Star?
It was, yeah. So a long time, so almost it's been like 5 years now, yeah. So I released my debut single in 2021, and then, you know, I've been following a lot of marketing advice and stuff. They tell you, you know, like release, you know, as many singles as you can, like quickly and stuff like that. And I tried to do that for a bit. So I released, yeah, maybe 3 or 4 singles quite quickly.
Hmm.
But it wasn't kind of getting anywhere, and obviously it's quite expensive as well to release that many singles, music videos, and stuff like that. So I slightly changed my approach. So I kind of, you know, kind of pushed a bit more the live stuff and kind of, yeah, just kind of promoting shows and playing shows around the country because, you know, I was a bit like, you know, I've spent like so much money on this single and then it's gonna get like, you know, 1,000 streams or whatever, like fuck that. So I tried, you know, a bit more to build my fan base, to have like more of a following before I release again. So, you know, there's more people kind of waiting for this release. So yeah, if any emerging bands are watching, like, you know, it's not a bad strategy, you know, to build your following. And yeah, the moment I'm just kind of yeah, kind of recording my debut album. So my rock and roll,
Nice.
that's kind of the lead single for my debut album. I have some songs ready, have some songs to finish. But yeah, the album is gonna be absolutely legendary, man. And I'm doing it's all self-funded. It's all self-funded. So you know, I'm doing
Nice.
vinyl pre-orders, CD pre-orders, like people, you know, basically people pre-order something, you know, I get like 20, 30 pounds, whatever. I use the money for the recording. So it's so self-funded. It's 100% independent because you know, a lot of people they use this term independent, which means fuck all today. But my stuff is actually 100% independent. There's no manager, there's no label. No, because you're laughing, but you know, a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm an independent artist," and then they have a label, they have a manager. I'm like, "Oh, fuck
Nah,
off."
just mate, you just make me laugh when you're talking, and it's the way you're explaining things. It just I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. I just think I just love it, mate. I just yeah, but you're right. You're
Yeah.
right, and I
It-
really that's really interesting what you're doing because what you seem to find, and everyone goes out about oh Spotify, they're not making anything. There's no doubt. Well, they're not, are they? It's the wrong way to view it. The right way to view it. Spotify's a bit of a shop window for you. It's almost
yeah,
like a blog
yeah,
back in the day.
yeah.
And what you're doing is getting out in front of people. So if you go to Leeds and there's 60, say there's 100 people in the small venue that are coming to see whoever Joe Blogs, and you're on there, a percentage of that are going to go, oh, I like him. I'm going to go and check him out. I did that when I went to a really big festival down in Boardmasters years ago with my son. We went in
Mm.
the afternoon, so it was like there about 10 people looking round. And me, so this is just an example for people. So this guy was on there, and I was like, I like this guy. And yeah, he's reggae. He's called Protege. At the time, he had hardly no fans. Do you know what I mean? Nothing, hardly anything. Me and my son booked tickets because my lad paid for tickets to go to Birmingham to watch him. And it was about 100 people in the room, and we was right at the front, and he was there, right? He's
Mm.
absolutely mega now, like massive star. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think people, if you're watching it, go and watch these bands. You don't know these bands, like especially like Mike. You know, you don't know where they're going to go, what they're going to do, and for artists, yeah, get out there because you'll pick up a few listeners here, a few listeners there, a few fans, I should say, that'll go and investigate you. Not all
Mm.
100 people in the room are going to follow you, but you only need a percentage, and every time you do a gig, you just build it snowballs then. So I like what you do, mate. It's a good idea, a good idea, and because
I've heard a lot of people after the show, they come to me and they're like, "Oh man, I can't believe I saw you like before you're fucking massive." I'm like, "Well, lucky you, mate.
yeah,
Lucky
well,
you."
I hope you do, mate, and that's why. Well, everyone we talk to, that's the ultimate aim. We want to see them like they are now, starting or midway through a journey, and then to make it, because that for us would blow our socks off, because we're recording the interviews, we're chatting to people, and we go, "Yeah, how did you interview?" Mike Stoyanov. How do you know Mike Stoyanov? Well, I interviewed him back in when you could be asked because he wasn't massive. Now you want it. Now you want him on whatever, Jonathan Ross and all that. Yeah, and I'll be ringing up, going, "Mike, how you doing, mate?" And we're like, do you know what I mean? It's like we all grow together, and I think that's what we're trying to do anyway. And I think people should also. What's your views on social media? It's a leading question because I know, but I think a lot of bands struggle with it and can't be bothered with it. What's your view on the old
Hmm.
so? What do you do on social media, and what's your take on using social media to grow your fan base?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I try to do like some stuff which I enjoy, because I think a lot of bands they just have, kind of the wrong idea about it because they think they just have to do like TikTok dances, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, there's other things you can do, to do like apart from TikTok dances, like not to get like too much into marketing and stuff, but you gotta basically find your brand and you gotta find your voice and you gotta like double down on that because basically what I kind of think is a mistake which most bands make on social media is like they don't show any personality, That's why I try to show a lot of personality because I'm sure these bands,
Yeah,
if you meet them in real life or if they do a podcast like this for 1 hour, they'll be like very interesting people, but that's not how it comes across on social media.
love it.
On social media, it just comes across it's like, listen to my new single, buy tickets for my show. Listen to my new single, buy tickets for my show.
And no one gives
And
a shit. No one gives a
it's
shit.
fucking boring, yeah. So that's why I try to do a lot of things, just talking to the camera, just being a bit more inspiring. And I do have people who like message me and they're like, Mike, you're like a legend, man. You're like an inspiration. I'm like,
Well,
well, that's what I'm trying to do, mate.
from my research, because I use we and my brother into AI, and he's developed like I can put an artist in, and it'll go and crawl around the internet and bring me stuff back.
Hmm.
And this is what it says about you and your social media presence. Do you want to hear it?
Oh, of course,
It
mate.
says he actively shares his music and creative updates on Instagram, portraying a bold, passionate rock persona and building direct connections with his fans.
Exactly,
That's
man.
that's what you
Exactly.
that is what you want. So I love this because you know what I mean. I'm not making it up. It's just there, and I know you like that. That's why I wanted you on again. So at the minute, am I right here? You've got Star released in 21, No Regrets 21, One Night Stand 2022, Everything You Ever Wanted 22. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, on my
Yeah,
side
yeah, that's right.
23, and My Rock and Roll in 2025.
That's right. That's right. And none of those singles will go on my debut album. The debut album is gonna be 11 tracks. Some of them will go on the album, but yeah, the album is gonna be 11 tracks, bangers only, mate. Like to get to those 11 tracks, I've written more than 100, more than 200 tracks, to get to 11 tracks album, which is bangers only. And yeah, I'm excited, man. So yeah, basically, the big goal for me this year is to be able to release this album because I've been doing this thing for 5 years now, and as I said as well, with the albums, it's good that people buy actually physical stuff, vinyl, CDs, whatever it is. So it's a good way, kind of to get some money in as well because with the singles you can do some physical release as well, but to have like an album proper, vinyl record and all stuff like that. So I'm excited for that, man, and yeah, honestly, like the tracks I have for the album, it is like I would say the best rock and roll album since like definitely maybe. It is literally like that good. I'm not even joking, mate.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing it because yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it because once again, because you told us where you want it says Mike has played headline shows across the UK, including London, Manchester, Leeds, Brighton, and Glasgow, building his live following. So what you're doing is, and this is what I keep trying to say to bands. That's why I do this as well because you've explained what you do. You've got to be out there. You've got to have your name through the internet because especially with AI now, when people are looking for you to book you on a support act or on a gig or on a festival, they're going to go and use things like we're using and go, right, tell me, oh, there's nothing about this band, I'm not interested
Yeah.
in them. Whereas they might look at this and go, oh wow, this guy is active, he's promoting himself, so he's going to bring more fans, you've got more chance of getting on those gigs. It's not a given, but you've got more chance if you've got something than if you've got fuck all, as they say.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
But yeah, if you told me like, when I started all this thing like, 5 years ago, whatever, that I would have to learn so much about, marketing and branding and all this stuff, I'll be like, no, man, I'll just, get signed and just fucking play Wembley in a month's time. So, obviously in the beginning, when you start, you're a bit naive and things like that, but it's kind of, I do kind of enjoy learning about these things. And as I say, kind of to see this kind of growth, in terms of like the fan base and, even like small things like, people recognizing me on the street and stuff like that and wanting pictures. As I said again, I'm not at Sheeran yet, but we'll get there, baby.
That's bloody awesome, mate. Um, I've got a question for you here. He says, "How do you define the evolution of your sound since your first single?"
It's a very good question. So I would say in my first releases, Star, they were like very, I would say, indie rock and type of yeah, that type of sound, which is fine. Like I love that music, but I think if you look at, for example, my last record, like My Rock and Roll, I think this is much more kind of Mike Stone of type of sound, which combines elements of, punk and some more alternative stuff, a bit of grunge in there, but it's like it is type of record which like you've not quite heard something like that before. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying it's like revolutionary, but it doesn't have to be. It's quite unique because it just combines, these things like you cannot quite say, like, oh, I've heard like a record like this, Because with a lot of bands like at least what I see at the moment on the scene, they do a record and I'm like, well, that's just, like that indie sound from the noughties, or they just like a Britpop sound. So it just sounds exactly like that sound. And I think what I've done with my last record, My Rock and Roll, I've tried, kind of to develop the Mike Stone of signature sound, which is honestly, mate, it is one of the most difficult things to do as an artist. But I think I made it, man, because I challenge you. Like, tell me a record which sounds like my rock and roll. You can't.
Brilliant. Well, people could go and listen to it. We'll drop the link in
Yeah,
the show.
exactly.
Go and check it. My rock and roll, Mike Stoyanov.
If anyone can find a record that sounds my rock and roll, go and message me
Oh,
immediately
that'd be good.
on
They could. Well,
Instagram.
no, great. They can drop down below on
Yeah,
on the YouTube.
perfect.
Let us know down below because that'd be great for my algorithms. Come on,
Yeah,
have a go at him.
perfect.
Give him
Let's
all.
go.
Give him the
Let's
list.
go,
Give him the
baby.
list. Tell us everything.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's.
because basically, that's like you can be influenced by things. I'm influenced by a lot of things,
Yeah.
but still, my record sounds my Mike Starnoff because there's this line where you can be influenced by something, or you can be like a tribute act or a tribute band.
Yeah, very, very much. You're right. There's a couple of bands that I really like, newish bands, and then they've released some tracks, and I've gone, oh my god, you just try to sound like them. You just try to
Yeah,
sound like them, and it's like, nah, that's mate, come on, come. Yeah, you're good. You're talented because your sound's great.
yeah,
Do something. Give us something that's you. Yeah, give us that flavour, that essence of that that sort of music and that vibe, great. But make it
Yeah.
sound different. Make it sound like you.
Like you, yeah, yeah. Because even Oasis is nothing revolutionary. It's just like, a lot of the songs are like T-Rex and stuff. They just kind of slightly changed it and slightly made it their own, but like, it's nothing revolutionary. So my stuff is like this, my records they are not revolutionary, but I've kind of improved on what I'm influenced by, and I've just made it my own. And that's all you have to do, man.
Yeah, you do. You do, mate. No, I love it. I am really looking forward to the album. Looking forward to releasing more music, and it will be on the show, as you
I'll
know.
send you, do you have a record player? I'll send you like a record, like a vinyl.
This is very embarrassing. I need to buy one. No,
Okay.
I've not got one. We used to have one.
Message me when you buy one and
I
I'll
need
send
to
you
get one. I've got
one.
albums, but I've got bands that have sent me albums and I can't even play them. I've not like so really in my studio here. It's something I'm going to have to do in 2026 is buy an half decent turntable and get it rocking, get it popping. So yeah.
We'll do a listening party track by track, I'll come and like every track I'm gonna do a little commentary about every track, mate.
Welcome, mate. You're more than welcome if you're passing the Midlands. Come and do an interview because behind my screen here is another chair, and I'm
Mm,
I'm facing the camera now. But when I do a podcast in person, there's a seat opposite that way, and we
yeah.
and we have three cameras on us. One one wi-
Oh, perfect.
one wide and one facing each of us. And I love doing them, and it's one thing I've got to do more of this year.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
if you're in the Midlands or any bands are in the Midlands, what will come do an interview here, they could do it. They might even want to bring a guitar and do a bit of a jam. I've got enough. I've got enough. I need to do more of them. I'm planning to do them this year. I've got enough of like a little stage area. Probably got enough for.
Hey, even a stage area.
Yeah,
Wow.
on the other side here, it's a bit of a mess at the minute. But I'll tell you what, I'll swing it round for everyone. So there, I've got
Okay.
my
Yeah, yeah,
couch
yeah.
there. I've got my dartboard, and then behind there, that's my other chair. And behind,
Ah, nice.
see the curtains there. So
Yeah, yeah,
there's
yeah.
enough room there to get. We've had a four piece in here. Um,
Nice, man.
and then what I can do is move some stuff around. And then if you've noticed, look, since we last spoke, I'm I'm learning to play the drums.
Oh, well done. How's that going?
It's tough, man. Hats off to some of the drummers because I've been nearly a year now, and
Yeah.
I've not gone every week, but virtually every week, and I can play Coldplay's Yellow pretty
All
decent.
right.
Yeah.
Banger.
So
Banger.
I'm learning. I'm at the minute where I'm learning some. Anyway, it's boring, but I'm learning some drills and more complex techniques. So rather than
Yeah.
showing me a load of songs to play and then I can play them like Yellow. I can play that, and I probably struggle to play it. He's giving me little techniques to how to do fast. How to move quicker and all, get into the
Yeah.
tempo, so that it'll be easier to learn music or read music and play it. So I love it. I absolutely love it. It's tough sometimes and it's frustrating, and you go start improving, then he gives you something else to do, and it's like life in it. And I'm just like, I'm gonna nail this, and I don't want to be in a band. I just want to go and play, find a drum kit somewhere, and just be able to go and play someone. That's my dream. That's it. That's all I want to do. So there you go.
Awesome, man. Well, yeah, like nothing gives you that same feeling as music.
No, it doesn't. And it's a bit. I've always had a big passion for music, and always wanted. I'd love to have been in a band or done something, but I never had the abilities to do it. So this is me. Like, yes, to actually play something is just amazing, and listen to it and be in tune and go. Well, I love it. I love it, man. It's just freaking brilliant. I do like it. I can understand why people get addicted to it, and I've not even had an audience. Um, where are we going? So have you got any festivals or tours booked for 26?
So my next show is in Manchester on the 17th of April. If anyone is around Manchester, I'll be playing there. And then, yeah, as I said, for this year, my focus is very much on the album. So finish the album, record the album. After that, I'll play more show. But yeah, I think I'll do for sure maybe like two, three more shows this year apart from Manchester. But yeah, I imagine next year after the album is out, I'll be touring more. Um, because yeah, I think it's just like, we'll be better when people, who come to the show kind of know the songs as well, because obviously at the moment, most of the songs I play during the set are not released. So like people hear them for the first time during the show, which is like it's still the reaction is amazing, but it will be better if people know the songs, know the
Yeah,
words,
yeah,
and things like that. And then for festivals, so like festivals is like the way it works is like you can do some apply to play stuff, but usually festivals you need to have like a booking agent to get to a festival. And I don't have a booking agent, so if any booking agents are watching this, get in touch, mate. But yeah, usually the festivals they might do some apply to play stuff, but then it's like 2,000 bands are gonna apply for one spot and stuff like that. So usually for festivals, yeah, kind of if any bands are watching, you need like a booking agent to play festivals.
brilliant, absolutely brilliant. One of my questions was, do you plan to release a full album? And obviously you've answered that, which is great.
One of the greatest debut rock and roll albums of
Ever.
all time.
The
Of all
best
time.
album released after, yeah, maybe.
Definitely, maybe.
Definitely,
Yeah.
maybe. That's the one. I couldn't remember it
That's the
then.
one, baby. Yes.
Oh, wonderful. So, do you work, Mike? Do you do a job as well as doing the music, or your music full time? How's that work?
Yeah, I have a job, man. Would have been good to be, like a nepo baby or have like rich parents
I
that
know.
can pay
Well, I
my.
didn't know. You might do. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean it's brilliant, man. If you have like rich parents to pay your rent and stuff, would have been good. But no, I do have like a 9 to 5 job in an office. So yeah, I have to, wake up and do like Zoom calls and all stuff like that. And sometimes I feel like I'm like Batman, because I have these two different, completely different lives. People from my work, I don't really talk about the music, so they don't have no idea that I do this stuff. And then obviously people when they see me live, they have no idea I have this other job. And actually something very funny happened because yeah, I was like in the office like a few weeks ago or whatever, and like as I said, like people who I work with, I don't even mention about the music like nothing. Like I just don't mention it. And I'm just like making tea in the office or whatever, and this guy comes and he's like, "Whoa, you Mike Stoyanov, bro? What the fuck? Yeah, you work here, bro." I'm like, "Yeah, I work here," but he was like shocked that I work in the same place. He was like, "No way, you're a fucking rock star, brother."
That is brilliant. Listen, if you ever do make it, you need to do that as a skit, don't you? You need someone to walk in, like Ed Sheeran, and go, "Wow, do you work here, Mike? You're Mike Stoyan off Rock and Roll Star." Do you know what I mean? You're making a tea. They're absolutely brilliant. I love that. That is amazing, isn't it? Really, those little things like that. Um,
Yeah,
I mean, even me, there's no one stops me in the street, but people that I know or I might not have seen for ages and they know me on social media quote back things to me. So people are watching
right.
you, and it's
Yeah,
it's really bizarre, isn't it? Sometimes,
yeah.
I had a bit of a campaign a few months ago about because I was 60 a few weeks ago, getting ripped for 60. So on social media, people that have who was it? It's the guy who does our pensions. It's the guy that does our pensions. And he went, "Oh, I was getting ripped for 60 going." I'm like, have you been watching me as well? He said, "It's mad." So that's another message to bands or people being creative out there. You might think, "Oh, well, no one's getting this. We're putting this content out. We're being a bit personal." But the amount of people, if you've got a catchphrase or something and people repeat that back to you, you're like, "Oh my God, something's it's brilliant," and
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
good test. It's a good
yeah.
test.
And like obviously with social media, it's difficult, even my videos, some videos I'll get like loads and thousands of views, some videos they wouldn't perform so well. But it's like, the thing is like you never know who is watching that, you can get like 200 views, might be some guy, I don't know, some from management or from some
Yeah,
festival, might be one of those 200. So, if you're like in a band and you're like, "Oh, I only got 200 views," like man, it's not the end of the world, Just fucking, enjoy yourself, mate, and make
yeah.
another video.
Well, exactly, exactly. Someone years ago was saying something to me, and I think it was, "Oh, you've only got three people following." And if you put it into modern context, you could say, "Oh, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and Matt Zuckerberg." Now, if you only had three people following you, they were the three people following you. Do
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
How many you don't need millions and millions of. It's nice if you want to earn off social media, but for what you're
Mm.
trying to achieve, and I think people misunderstand. If you think 200 people or 500 people, or sometimes you get 1,000 people have watched it, if you're in a band or you're a public speaker, put that into into people in a room. And if you went into a room and there was 1,000 people there, you'd be fucking blown away. But for
Yeah.
some reason, we're not happy that 1,000 people have spent the time and not doom scroll past us and watched it.
Mm.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of people watching you, and it'll just go better and better. And I think you've got to review your content and what you're doing, haven't you, and do things a bit different.
Absolutely. And also, yeah, don't forget that like social media platforms, they like reward consistency. So, even if you get like 1,000 people that watch the video, if you post every day for a month, that's 30,000 people, isn't it?
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? And like a lot of things in life, it used to be the touch points used to be 2 or 3 touch points, which touch points are like adverts or you see
Mm.
something. Now that's really increased. I think it's about 9 now. So I think it's about 9 touch points. I'd have to have a look. I'm sure that's the number. So your touch points have to increase. So you have to do more. And also, what people don't probably realise is you might have put a video out, you personally, that got really good views 6 months ago or 12 months ago. Now there's no reason you can't repost that or
Oh, yeah.
put it out again, because guess what? There's loads of people that have never watched it, not seen it, and are going to see it for the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
time. So that
Loads of people do that. Yeah, loads of people do that, especially on TikTok. Yeah, especially on TikTok. Yeah, a lot of people, yeah, just recycle the same content. Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah. Oh, there's another question I was going to ask, which is most your feels most your personality, which is the latest track, which is the Mike Stoyanov experience now, and it's the vibe of it. So one of the things that makes me chuckle is from the last one when we was talking about Bulgarian music, and you did the old the Bulgarian. That tickled me, man. I love that. But and another jumped in before when you said you try to make it his own. I was going to joke, and this is why I'm saying that bit first. I was going to jokingly say, have you managed to squeeze a bit of Bulgarian music in there just to give it a totally different feel?
Yeah. I have actually an idea how to do this because, yeah, as I said, a lot of the Bulgarian music, the pop folk music with the belly dancing and stuff, it wouldn't really fit. But Bulgaria, they also have a lot of like, like choir music, and like if you go YouTube, like Google like Bulgarian choir music, so it's like this women and they sing like very high and this beautiful voice and stuff. So
Yeah.
I have an idea yet to put it just like as a sample, like a
Oh,
backing
just a
vocal.
bit there, just a
Yeah.
bit, like a bit of an interlude. And to make your live experience even better, if you had 2 or 3, 4, 5 women belly dancing behind you, that might even improve, might even improve your popularity. Well, with the males, that is, not the females. But do you know what I mean? Mind you, you might be classed as being misogynistic then, like they do all that now.
Yeah,
Do you
I
know what I mean?
mean, if you look at like like a music video for like a popular Bulgarian artist, like pop folk artist, like people in the UK would be shocked, man. Like because it will seem like some things maybe which was accepted here in the 80s, but yeah, Google like like a
Oh,
pop folk
I'm,
artist, yeah.
I might have to drop some in the video.
Yeah, yeah, drop some, but yeah, it's like usually, like the atmosphere of a nightclub in Bulgaria, is, like women are dancing on tables like this, and everyone is throwing napkins everywhere, and just like, yeah, man, just having a good time. Maybe you're gonna break some glasses, throw some napkins, but yeah, women would be dancing like, yeah, so the guys would be
Nice.
sitting like this by the bar, and women will be dancing in their faces.
There you go. Traditional. It's just traditional. It's just the way it is. It's the
It's
way of
the
the
way it
world.
is, baby.
And we've all
Yeah.
got a bit reserved because we all should do stuff like that. But no, it's good, mate. And I want to touch on that because it took me last time, and I knew there'd be something else in there. But that could absolutely work geniusly. There's
I will
bands
do
that
it.
there's bands that's put classical stuff in, and you know
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Years ago, when I don't know, because I was around when it was the punk era came
Mm.
about, and one of my I didn't know I could do it at the time, but what I wanted to do was make a punk rock version of a classical song. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
That's what I wanted to do, but I didn't know at the time. I didn't, I didn't know how to do it. But I was like, oh, wouldn't that be great? A classical punk rock. Anyway, never mind.
yeah.
Someone will
That
probably
yeah.
someone probably already done it.
That's one of my ideas as well for the third album. I'm gonna do like I wanna do the third album to be more like electronic as well, a bit more
Oh.
experimental. So I'm gonna combine. So I call it like something between the Stooges and Fatboy Slim. So, like it's gonna be this kind of still gonna be punk, but it's gonna be like a lot of electronic elements as well. Like a bit, like what like the Prodigy do or like the
Yeah,
Chemical Brothers stuff like that. But obviously, it's still gonna be like Mike Stone of Experience.
of
But yeah, I
course.
wanna definitely my third album because for the first two albums, like I have a very clear idea what they're gonna be like, they're gonna sound like. And for the third album, I wanna do a bit more like electronic stuff as well.
Yeah, it sounds like you're really evolving and pushing the boundaries and doing things a bit different rather than just keep releasing the same. That's good, that mate. It really is good. And some of it'll work, some of it won't work, and you've just got to work out, what you want. But by the sounds of your first album, sounds like you've got it nailed.
Absolutely, man.
I'm trying to think if have I got anyone. Let's have a see what other questions I've got here. Oh, so I don't know if I asked you last time. Who would be your dream gig to be play with? Either supporting them or whatever. If you could do that, who would it be? Do you think?
Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it would be Sabrina Carpenter because, she's very pretty and backstage anything could happen. So,
you would make some very talented and beautiful babies.
exactly,
There we go.
exactly.
You heard it here first, people. When it happens, and
It would be.
Ed Sheeran, you're gonna have to meet him because you get referred to him quite a few times. So I think you need to meet him at
He's
some
all
point.
right. He's all right. Yeah, yeah. Like he's a very talented songwriter, man. Like, a lot of people shit on Ed Sheeran, but as a songwriter, he's written many songs for many other people. So yeah, he's a talented songwriter, man. Like for sure.
Yeah, the trouble is in the UK, I think we don't like success. So we see someone who's probably liked him at first when he first came out, and then as they
Yeah.
develop and become famous and become rich, for all of a sudden, he's crap or whatever. Plus, you'll get more trolls coming out the more successful you get, don't you? The more successful you get, the more negativity you get off some people, obviously.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even later, some people like ask me like, yeah, am I afraid, to sell out and become like this or that? And like, man, it's like I get like a lot of hate comments, a lot of trolls now, so it's just kind of it's gonna be a bit more. So like, you know what I mean?
They've got fuck all else to do, have they? The sad lives, and we can all have comments and opinions on things, but I don't think there's no reason to be nasty, is there? If you're going to be just nasty, don't fucking bother typing it. Do you know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it on social media. Like obviously there's a lot of bands which I think are shit or whatever, but I'm not gonna go on their social media and say,
No.
oh, you're fucking shit. Like, it's my opinion, obviously.
Yeah.
I might think they're shit if we are like in the pub, I might tell you, oh, this band is fucking shit, but I'm not gonna go on their social media and say like, oh, you're fucking shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Why bother? There's no point. You're not gonna. What are you going to achieve? Absolutely nothing. Not going to achieve anything, are you? There's nothing you're going to achieve by saying that. Yes, you can have an opinion, and you will talk to each other. Go, yeah, I'm not watching them again. Or no, they're no good. There's bands I don't like. There's very famous bands, and that everyone raves about, and I go, I don't like it. I just don't get it. Yeah, good, but over. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've been over. I don't know. I can't think what the word is now. You know what I'm saying, don't you? There's bands that
Yeah, yeah,
people
yeah.
go, "Oh, he was brilliant," "Oh, they were brilliant," and I look and go, I'm not getting it. Yeah, they're good, but I wouldn't say. Why are you going absolutely ballistic about it? It's because you've bought into the narrative and what everyone's told you that they're so good, so that you think they're so good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's like, yeah, I think after a while, yeah, it becomes this thing where it's like, to fit in, you have to pretend that you like something which you don't like, or something like that, which happens a lot of East London and in Hackney and in Shoreditch and all these places. But yeah, man, I think, yeah, what I was, yeah, my point was more, yeah, about the hate comments and stuff like that. It's like, you can have an opinion, but with the hate comments, you're like deliberately trying to hurt someone. So I think that's a bit of a difference, kind of, just having an opinion and like, yeah, deliberately trying, to hurt someone.
Yeah, brilliant. I see your guitars behind. How many guitars have you got? Just the one, or have you got several?
Just the one, mate. When you're a fucking genius, you only need one guitar, you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe people buy loads of them because they've got some sort of, do you know what I mean, incapacity. So they They massage their ego with more guitars.
One guitar is all you need, man. So you need a guitar, a notebook, and a pen, and you're ready to write some bangers. That's all you need. Only these three things.
Yeah, unless you play the drums, then you need a fucking estate car and to load it up. I'm not going anywhere with these. They're staying there. That's what so I mean, it's an absolute nightmare, isn't it? I often wind, I would say to when I get bands on, I go, "It's all right for you as the lead singer. Just turn up. Don't even have to take a microphone because there's normally a microphone there. Just start stage." Poor drummers like bloody carrying all his shit in, and you're just swanning in and swanning out again.
Yeah, well, that's the main reason I have two guitar players in my band because if I want, I can play guitar and sing, like play rhythm guitar and sing, which a lot of people do. But then I have to carry a fucking guitar with me. So I was like, well, let me get a second guitar player in the band then, so I don't have to carry anything.
I love your style, man. It's absolutely brilliant. Do you go over to Bulgaria much, or have you not been back, or you know what I mean? Do you ever go over there?
I went for Christmas. Yeah, oh yeah, this is actually a good time to mention. So I'm doing this documentary, which is called Mike Stoyanov About Glory, and the guy's been following me for around 2 years. So he came
Really?
with me. He came to me with Bulgaria. We filmed a bit of stuff, about the place where I'm from. We did some interviews with my parents and stuff like that. So yeah, we got some good footage from Bulgaria, man. But yeah, the documentary, honestly, yeah, we've been filming it around 2 years, and I always joke with the guy who's making the movie. I'm like, so what? You gonna fucking follow me for like the next 10 years now? He's like, yeah. Because like to do a documentary, it takes a lot of time, and usually, if you watch a music documentary, usually takes over, 5 or 10 years or whatever it is. But it is great.
Yeah. Well,
I'm,
you'll
I'm
see the evolution and the changes, and it's a
yeah.
pity he wasn't in the tea room when you was making your tea. That block. Now you need to set that up and get him to.
We need to, yeah, we can recreate
You
it.
need
We
to do
can
it, and it's
recreate it.
not lying. All you're doing is recounting the actual thing,
We're recreating what actually
recreating
happened.
what really happened. You could even put a subnote on it. This really happened. It's not
Yeah,
made
yeah.
up.
There's no like Hollywood bullshit. But yeah, maybe he told me when you put this on YouTube, he might use some of that YouTube footage in the documentary as well, mate. So you might be in the documentary as well.
Oh well, yeah. Hello everyone. That'd be good, wouldn't it? That'd be really good. No, I like that. I've often thought about that myself because I used to do a lot of. I used to do quite a bit of vlog. I started doing a bit of vlogging like 10, 15 years ago and sort of stopped that. And I should have carried on with it. But I've often thought about that. It's a bit like now doing the show. You'd have someone
Yeah,
recording you coming in. I've had my dinner. I'm coming out. Bit of it. So what everyone's like a lot of things in life, like you, people see on stage, but they don't see you. Came in from work. I've done some other stuff because I've got another job. I've got another thing that I work on. I've made the dinner. I'll finish dinner off. We've had our dinner. Right, I've got to go now. Then I come in, and I think that makes it more personal. I'm looking forward to. I can't wait to see your documentary. That'll be absolutely fucking brilliant, man. Love it.
it's gonna be really good. And yeah, as I said, he's been following me for 2 years, and we have this agreement with him. Once something, I sell out, like the Brixton Academy in London. We have to release the documentary, you know what I mean? Like because
Definitely,
like
definitely.
Brixton Academy is a 5,000 capacity venue in London. So that's gonna be like the end of documentary, just me selling out the Brixton Academy where like kids fucking follow your dreams and rock and roll
Oh
forever,
man,
baby.
I just it's not even my dream and I'm sat here going, I want that for Mike. I want that for Mike. And I genuinely mean that. I've got like a warm glow thinking, yes, yes. And that's what obviously I mentioned it before, but that's why I want you on as well because of that belief and that dream and that desire and that that commitment to it is what you want. Is what you want. You're there going. I've got a stake in the ground. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to go. And this is why I'm doing it. And you've already got things in place that you're not going to get there. Say you get there, someone got there, and go, oh, wouldn't it have been nice if we'd have recorded the last 5 years? Would it? But
Yeah,
and
yeah.
but you're already you're working as if you've already made it, which is absolutely brilliant because you
It's
recorded.
inevitable, mate. It's
I
inevitable.
fucking love it. I know it is. I mean, I want to be like the Joe Rogan for music, but I don't. You know what I mean? I just need to keep doing different things and keep trying and keep going and keep pushing. And I don't know. It frustrates the crap out of me, and it might do you and other people. Like, I put a lot of effort into this, and we get it out there, and I just think, why is it not gone like that? You know,
Yeah.
why are we just bimbling along here? But it's that noisy in the industry. And I'm
Mm.
thinking, it's good. And loads of times I watch you jack it in. I don't know if you've been like that. Have you ever got to the point where you go, ah, sod this, it's just too much?
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it, man. I think that's the most important thing. So are you enjoying doing this
Yeah,
type
I
of
enjoy
content?
it, but
Yeah.
sometimes it does. I've been all right for about 6 8 months, but a few times I've just gone, oh, why am I doing this? Why am
Yeah.
I? And then I have a producer, and she kicks me up the backside, or she's dead enthusiastic and gets excited, and gives me a lift. But I love
Yeah.
doing it. I love this. Do you know what I mean? I love this.
Yeah.
It's like it feels like it's what I was here to do. This.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh,
No, I mean that obviously like yeah, I would say what's the most important thing. So first of all, you're enjoying it, and then second of all, you fucking believe in yourself. And then it's like, sometimes obviously everyone and I get days where I'm like, oh, why the fuck am I doing this? Or like, oh, I need to do down this or go to a rehearsal or do this. But like, as long as you're enjoying it, like sometimes, I might have some bad moments, but sometimes I'm just here in my bedroom and I write a song, I record it and I play it back and I'm like, Mike Starnoff, you're a fucking genius, mate. That song here, you just wrote that song. You're a fucking
that's
genius,
brilliant,
man.
mate.
So,
Brilliant. I get
uh,
that. I get that sometimes when I do an interview, and then he edits it, and I sit there either laughing or going, "Oh, that's good," or I'm proud of
yeah,
that. And not everyone's. Uh, not everyone's a hit, is it? That you do. Not every interview I'm going to do is going to be up there, but that you get someone go, I really enjoyed that. It was so fun. It was interesting. I want to do more. I want to talk more. I want more out of it. So it must be the same feeling as you doing that. So yeah, good.
absolutely, man. And yeah, you just gotta, as long as you're enjoying it, as long as you believe in yourself, man, you just gotta keep going because you're saying like, you wanna be the Joe Rogan of music. Well, maybe this fucking video will go viral. We're gonna get 5 million views. So it might happen, but it's like, you just gotta keep doing it because yeah, I don't know why I've heard this, but like. The only certain way like that you're not gonna make it is like if you give up, So
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
give
There's,
up,
there's no.
you're definitely not gonna make it.
Yeah, there's nothing certain, more certain, isn't it? It's and at the end of the day, if you don't try, you don't keep. I do it because we enjoy it. I do it. Even if 5 people watch this, or even if no one sees this, which they will, the fact that me and you've had a conversation, I know more about you, I'm more informed, so I've got that out of this, with if nothing else. Do you know what I mean?
How else are you gonna get a 1 hour chat with Mike Starr if I charge people money for this thing, mate?
Exactly. In another couple of years, when you've outsold the O2, do you know what I mean? Yeah,
Exactly.
you won't. People won't be able to get near. Do you know what I mean? I always say to bands, though, and I'll say it to you: if you're doing a big gig and you hear this on your dressing room door, it's me.
Right.
Let me in. Let me in.
Okay.
And I quite fancy doing a bit of a, Bez from the Happy Mondays with his
Yeah,
tambourine.
yeah, yeah.
I quite fancy that in a big arena, just for a couple of minutes or one song, just like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then I just like that wave and just go and fucking go off and you go, who the fuck's that? Who's that? Just fucking turned up. Who the fuck does he think he is? Do you know what I mean? So I'd love to do. That's in my head. Is what I.
Okay.
That is my dream in my head. Is to be on stage with a band that I've interviewed that make it and just do something just for the crack, even if it's only part way through. That for me would just blow my head off. Do you know what I mean? That would be amazing,
Don't
wouldn't
you
it?
wanna introduce me as I walk on stage? Say
Oh,
like, ladies and gents,
I'd definitely be
get ready for the best night of your life.
your
Mike fucking Stoyanov.
best night of your fucking life, Mike Stoyanov, and
That's it.
drum rolling, fucking comes, fucking fireworks, smoke, fucking everything going off, drones coming, fucking sweeping around the crowd and all that. Oh yeah, I love it. We're there. I'm there with you. I'm there with you.
Let's go, baby.
But
Let's
yeah,
go, baby.
exactly. So I'm letting it out. That's sort of my dream and why I do some that drives me forward. That one day I could maybe do something like that. So
Yeah, but yeah, man, yeah, if I have, yeah, again, just to, kind of sum it up for like bands, first of all, like, yeah, fucking enjoy it and then believe in yourself because, if you don't fucking believe you're good, you're definitely not good, man. So
yeah,
enjoy it, believe in yourself, and then just never give up.
yeah, and
Easy.
exactly. And what I like about you and some other people that I know is your presence and your the way you are because I've seen bands. We've had bands here that have done gigs outside when we had a couple of little mini live stream festivals. They're brilliant musically, and they're just standing there playing the instruments and singing. I'm like, whoa, you need more. You need some fucking need some
Mm,
energy in there. I want to feel you on that stage enjoying this. I want to feel what you're feeling on that stage. And if it's gloom and then forget it. But if it's like Jesus, this guy's having an absolute fucking ball up there, loving himself,
yeah.
loving it, and that's what you need. I think it needs that, and it's entertainment at the end of the day. That's what people want,
Yeah.
entertainment. So yeah,
No, you need to connect with the audience, and obviously during my shows, I do a lot of audience interaction and stuff like that. And yeah, it's not always easy to do, man. Like when I've played, like fucking sold out show, 200 people, it's easier to do than like if I go and there's like 10 people in the room. But even if it's 10 people, even if it's like one person, that one person still gonna have the best night of their life, mate.
for sure, for sure. And there's an old thing in there, but there's a picture. I'll try and put it on where they say you want to play this, so it might be a picture of the O2. But if you want to play that, you've first got to have played this, and it is that hardly anybody there, an empty room or two people in it. And the people that have got it understand that and go for it. Same as if you're doing public speaking. I did a little public speaking in school and what have you, and network events, and I loved it.
Mm.
There's not like thousands of people there. There's only a few. So, but you've got to do that if you want to progress. So you've got to start somewhere. I love it, mate. I'm just looking at the time, see how we're going. It's just flying by, isn't it? We're not finished yet, but is there anything I've not asked you that you want to talk about or you want to get out there that I've not asked you? Is there anything that's like burning in your head?
Or maybe just say that, yeah, I'm doing kind of this crowdfunding campaign for my
Oh,
debut album. So as I said, there's loads of different things you can get. So obviously you can order vinyl record, CD. We got some t-shirts, some flags. We got some cheaper items, which are like, key rings and stuff like that if you don't want to spend a lot of money. But even if you spend the fiver, it really helps me a lot, like if 100 people spend the fiver, that's still 500 quid. So
I know.
even if you can't spend a lot of money, just spend the fiver, get like, so we even have like a donation option. If you don't want to buy anything, you can just donate. Or you can get me for like a private acoustic gig. You can get me for like a 1 hour
Oh,
Zoom call. I offer all sorts of things because yeah, you gotta be creative. And as I said, it's expensive to do an album. But have a look at my website, mikestonov.com, album crowdfunder. You can see all the different things you can get. So basically you can get a 1 hour Zoom call with me, like we did with you, for the very reasonable price of 50 quid. So if you're interested, you can get that. And yeah, man, let's just imagine how great you would feel when you know that like you've directly supported
yeah,
this artist
I
to make
like
this
that.
album. Yeah.
You become part. So, where's the best place to go for that to donate, buy, support? What is it?
It is my website, mikestarnov.com.
Right, we'll drop that in the link. So go there. That's brilliant.
Thank
So
you, man.
yeah, that's great. If you people could do something like that, absolutely fantastic, mate. Uh,
Yeah, because if you're like a big artist, you might buy their album or whatever. Most of that money is not even it's not gonna go to the artist. It's gonna go to the label or to whatever. Here, everything you buy goes directly to the artist to make the album. So it's fucking great, man.
yeah, that is really good. That's really good. I like that, mate. I like that, and I wish you luck with that. So, what's your aim? How much you're trying to raise?
£5,000, yeah. So I got about like maybe 1,500 so far. So yeah, the target is like 5,000 to like yeah finish the album. Obviously, the album is gonna cost more than that, but like if we can raise 5,000, there'll be still like a big support, but yeah, the album is gonna cost more than
Yeah,
that.
it's going to take the sting out of it, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's going to take if it's more than 5 grand and you get 5 grand, then that's 5 grand you've not got to find from
Exactly.
from your
Exactly.
work and your job, and because it's tough, isn't it? You know, when you're self-funded or independent, like we are,
Yeah.
we've had to change things over the year because one time it was costing us it's costing a fortune every month. So we've streamlined it back and focused on live streaming video, just a couple of
Yeah, yeah.
shows, got rid of the radio element, just focusing on YouTube and social media. And I think it was the right thing to do. It was a tough choice because it's like, oh, we've got that. Oh no, we need to keep it. And in the end, I just went, no, let's make a change. Let's do something different. Let's stop flogging a dead
Yeah.
horse and go where the people are and the audience are, which is YouTube Shorts, Instagram videos. That's where you're generating it. That's where you generate your followers from,
Mhm.
and you grow. And I've seen an impact on that over the last. Started really focusing on about 3 months ago, doing loads of
Yeah.
shots, and I've seen a difference. I've seen an increase. So
Nice, man.
it's really, I'm really
Yeah, you
chuffed.
just gotta do, yeah, you gotta do whatever it takes. So yeah, you can do at least maybe 50 TikToks from this interview. So perfect.
Oh, there'll be loads, mate. It'll be chopped up and it'll be all over the place. You know what
Let's
I mean?
go, baby.
No TikTok dances in it, but
You want me to do a quick dance? Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Let's do a quick
Hang on,
dance,
which way
man.
is it? It's that way, isn't it? Here's Mike Stoynoff with a quick
Thi-
TikTok dance.
This is for the TikTok algorithm, specifically for the TikTok algorithm. That's gonna go viral now, mate. 5 million views on that.
Well, that'd be great, wouldn't it? That'd be absolutely epic. I'd love that. I love that. So, where are you going to be recording your album then? Which are you going to Abbey Road or are you going to somewhere? Where's your preferred place?
Yeah, I've worked with different producers so far. It's like basically, yeah, I'm trying different studios and different producers because it's kind of that thing of like finding a good balance between like price and quality. Because yeah, obviously, if I have unlimited budget, I'll go Abbey Road, yeah, no problem, man. But obviously, it's gonna cost a lot. So it's kind of, but yeah, then on the other hand, if you go like somewhere very cheap or like some producer very cheap, then it's gonna be shit. So I'm not gonna be able to
Yeah,
release it. So
no
I've
point.
done this before where like I go to a producer, it's cheap producer, but then he sends me the track and I go and re-record it. So then I'm just like money, just kind of yeah, just wasting money. So, for an independent, but yeah, people, yeah, this is something maybe it's interesting for them to learn. But yeah, it's kind of yeah, to get the quality and to get for a good price. It's not fucking easy, man. Because yeah, you can go like, if you hire the most expensive producer, the most expensive studio, it's gonna sound good for sure. But if you're not a label artist, that's not
No,
easy to do.
and
So
it doesn't
yeah,
necessarily need to be. It's a bit like video, isn't it? We can have 4K video, 8 face. It do, People will accept it a little bit if the sound quality is totally dross and it's all crackly and it's not mixed right. I've listened to some stuff and gone, "Who's mixed this? Sounds like he's singing in a toilet in the other room. What's going on?"
yeah,
But the difference between good and the excellent, for most people, that differential in the
yeah.
sound quality is not going to be massive. But I presume also you need a producer that's in tune with what you're doing, your style as well. Does that come into play? Where's
There
your
is
gel more with someone, or might even say to you, "Hey, you've done that there. Why don't you just tweak that and do this instead and add that in?" Do you get a bit of that?
That helps, yeah. So that definitely helps. But obviously, in the studio, it's ultimately I decide stuff. So like I even work with different producers. I'm always open to ideas. Don't think I'm like very like a dick in the studio. I'm always open to the ideas if the producer says something like this or that. But like at the end of the day, if I like it, we're gonna do it. If I don't like it, we're not gonna do it. So.
Nice.
Because I am in effect like a co-producer, I am producing the record with him. So it's not just like I go there like, oh, the chief just make the record, I'll just wait here, have a few cigarettes, then come do the vocals. So I am co-producing it. And yeah, I'm open to ideas from
Nice.
producer, but
Nice.
ultimately it's me, who shapes the sound and whatever. But yeah, if like
And we'll see that in the
if the
documentary, won't we?
The guy's been with me to the studio making
Yeah, yeah,
records,
yeah,
so you
yeah.
can see
Because a lot of
how I make records,
a
man.
lot of people I've been in one studio with his ages ago down, but I've not really. I think it's something I'd like to do actually with some artists. I'm going to have to speak to some local ones and just go, can I come to the
Hmm.
studio with you? I think it'd be a really good experience and good content as well, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 for sure,
I'll,
man.
I'll
For
have to do
sure.
that. There's something else I was going to ask you, and that's gone out of my head, and that's really freaking annoyed me. Um, see, I had nothing's written down. You see, it's all ad lib and no.
Rock and roll,
I have a
baby.
few questions and then just let it flow. But there was something I was going to ask you, and it was going to be pretty good. Oh, before I forget, I know we had one in the past, but could you do us another artist drop for the show? Like
Oh, for
this is
sure,
Mike
mate.
Stoynoff, and you're listening to Dougie Stone Radio. You can say this is the best show of your life or whatever. What just ad lib on that one. Go.
Hello, hello. My name is Mike Starnoff. You're listening to Dougie Stone Radio, the best show in the universe. Enjoy.
Perfect. I like that. I like that. It'll come to me after we've been interviewing what I wanted to say to you. There was another question I had to. There was an, oh, that really annoyed me. That really annoyed me. So you've got a lot of stuff going on, and you sounds like you've been quite active over last year. And it also sounds like you've got a process and a plan rather than let's just go and play a load of gigs and I want to do this. You sort of quite methodical in your approach to what you're doing, aren't you? I'm going to do this for 6 months, 12 months. Then I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to do that. I like that. I like you've got a plan to do it.
I'm trying, man, yeah, because obviously it's not very rock and roll to talk about business and marketing and all that stuff, but it is what it is. This is the modern, age we live in. So yeah, as an independent artist, you gotta learn about the business side of things. You gotta learn about, marketing and the fan funnel and all this type of stuff and how to monetize your fan base and things like that. So I'm doing my best, man, I'm
Yeah.
doing my best.
Love it. I love it. And what about your the guy who's doing the documentary? Do you want to mention his name or where you found him or why you decided to use him? Or do you want to keep that quiet?
I think he wants to remain anonymous, but
All right.
uh the way I met him is, yeah, he came to a couple of my shows. And yeah, like after one of the shows, he was saying like, I'm like a filmmaker, I film for like, Big Brother and stuff. Like I want to do a documentary about you, but like, people say to me after shows all sorts of bullshit, so I don't really listen to them. They're like, oh, I'm going to invest in, if I've hit people, oh, I'm from like this label, I want to invest in you, like whatever. I'm like, just some drunk guy. But yeah, then he came to another show. Again, yeah, he told me like, yeah, I really want to make a documentary about you, whatever. So yeah, we started doing it. Yeah, in the beginning, just like, yeah, let's do a few sessions, like do a rehearsal, come to my place, have a chat, whatever, see how it goes. And yeah, I enjoyed doing it. Seems like he enjoys it as well, and he believes in me. So he's been doing it for 2 years now, mate.
That is absolutely awesome, mate. It really is. I'm really intrigued by that story and how you come across him and how that's evolved. I think that's fantastic, and I'm genuinely looking forward to seeing you seeing the outcome of that. I think it'd be great. I think it'd be really good.
Yeah,
Really
it's
good.
gonna be. Have you seen like the Kanye West documentary?
Mm.
The Kanye West is good because yeah, he has like this very old footage as well. So yeah, I think it's yeah, it just it's just like a bit of destiny, that I got this guy who's been following me for a while, and yeah, as I said, when I play Brixton or when I play bigger venues, so Glastonbury, and we have this documentary, it's gonna be fucking biblical, mate.
I love it, mate. I love it. I love it. I really do. Well, I think we've captured enough of this evolution at this point, and the 3 year in, and maybe what we do in another 2 to 3 years, we interview you again if you're not too busy.
We'll see, man. Yeah, we can also do this thing here when we set with the album in your studio. And yeah, if you're like free when I play Brixton Academy, come and say the speech. Mike fucking Stoyanov, the best
I,
fucking night of your life.
Miss, get it, kid in there, and I will be there. And I know, and I won't even charge anything. I'll just, I know what I wanted to ask you. I just have a drink or a bite to eat. What would be your outrage? This is the question. What would be your outrageous riders? So when you're getting booked somewhere and the bands come with stupid riders, what have you ever thought about that?
No, man. As long as I, have like Jack and Coke, everything is fine, man. Yeah, just give me Jack and
So
Coke.
just
Don't need
Jack and
anything
Coke,
else.
nothing crazy.
Just Jack and Coke is fine, man. Yeah, don't worry.
Fantastic. I like that. That's nice and not greedy, just what you like.
Yeah, exactly, man. Because it's some people, they become famous and then, the fame gets a bit their hit, be like crazy. No, man, you just gotta keep it real, man. Gotta keep it real.
Wonderful, wonderful, absolutely brilliant, Mike. Mike, I love you. Wish you all the best for the future. You go make happen, mate, and keep that energy because it's very compelling. I love it.
It's been a pleasure, mate. And yeah, the next what was it? The fucking Joe Rogan of music interviews. Fucking believe in it, mate.
In fact, I might make that the title for this: the Joe Rogan of music, and the next is this the next Ed Sheeran? Do you know what I mean? Or bigger. These two. This is bigger than Joe Rogan and Ed Sheeran. I think I might have to do that and just pimp it up. I've got to believe in it. It's going to be freaking.
Exactly.
I've got to believe in it, man. Got. I need to.
And
I need to get a man to follow me around now, video me for doing me stuff.
also, I'm a lot better looking than Ed Sheeran, so that's gonna help with the videos as
Yeah,
well.
I think I'm a lot better looking than fucking Joe Rogan as well. He might be able to. He might be able to beat me up, but he's got to get a flight over, hasn't he? First, I'm,
Exactly.
I'll have to take this out. This could be actually. It could be brilliant. I'll tag him in it.
Perfect, man. Okay, have a good one, mate. And pleasure to see you again.
Lovely. Thank you.